Hi everybody, welcome to my special little video that I'm doing today about the total solar eclipse, new moon, happening December 4th, 2021 at 14 degrees Sagittarius. Why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video because it's a pretty intense alignment currently with the stars, with the planets. We've had other eclipses recently, but this one, as you will find if you watch anyone else's videos or do any reading around astrology and astrological concepts and stuff, everyone is pretty much saying and agreeing that this one stands out because of its intensity. The United States natal Pluto. So the United States was formed, over some 240 years ago, and the natal Pluto of the United States is very close to where Pluto is now. Pluto is going to be returning to the United States' natal Pluto position. So what does that mean? Pluto takes, over 200 years to make a cycle around the zodiac. So Pluto returning to the spot that it was when the United States was formed is pretty important. It represents a lot of change, things coming full circle in some way. That phrase has been standing out to me very, very strong lately. So things are going to be coming full circle in some way as a result of Pluto returning to its natal position for the United States, but also as a result of this eclipse. I feel like this eclipse is going to be interesting, to say the least. Great for new beginnings, great for resurrecting things that perhaps you've put down for a very long time, for giving birth to new projects, new behaviors, new ways of life, new ways of thinking. Venus is, conjunct Pluto, for all intents and purposes, and we'll be getting closer to Pluto as December goes on. So it's a good time. It's a good time. There are also some tricky little bits with this eclipse, and I'll go into that. So basically, this eclipse is also conjunct Mercury in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is known for freedom, for truth, also for travel, for international travel. Mercury is the god of travel, the god of commerce, the god of communication. I would not be surprised, and I'm not predicting that this event will happen, but there is a possibility with Mercury being so close and conjunct the eclipse. Basically, it would not surprise me to see some problems with air travel, and I don't wish this on anyone, but perhaps even the loss of a plane while in flight. Well, it's been a while since we've seen anything like that, but that is a possibility with Mercury so close. Mercury also being the god of commerce, god of markets, god of trading, god of, everything related to business and communication. Major changes on the horizon here. Solar eclipse, things get eclipsed out, and because it's a new moon, there are new and better things coming to take their place. Now, this could be companies that have been around for a long time end up getting phased out. It could be a major transformation in the stock market. It could be all kinds of things. It could be the rise of cryptocurrency. It could be all kinds of different things, right? So Mercury, the fact that the solar eclipse is conjunct Mercury is something that is very interesting and important to think about in this equation of how it's going to play out in the world. Because Sagittarius is affiliated with international travel, international things, foreign cultures, things like that, I think that the effects of this eclipse will be global, okay? Things are coming full circle. Things are coming full circle. That term will not leave me. It's something that is very strongly impressed in my spirit. So whatever that means. The other interesting thing about this eclipse is that it goes over the royal star Antares, which is in the Babylonian astrological kind of codices, I guess, for lack of a better term. Antares has always been associated with war. Mars is the god of war, and is approaching Antares at the moment. Mars is still up in Scorpio, 20 some degrees, but he is making his way down, and will be conjoining, sitting on top of Antares, basically, which, if you think about it, Mars, the god of war, meeting up in a room with Antares, the ancient royal star of war, to me indicates that we should expect to see some kind of probably surprising events over the course of December. Okay. This is not something that I like to say or, want to scare people with at all. In fact, everything I say should be taken with a grain of salt, because I am not a financial advisor, I am not a therapist, I am not a professional, anything really. I just read energy, so I'm telling you what the energy is that I'm reading when I'm sitting in contemplation and meditation, thinking about these things and looking at the charts, okay? So this is for entertainment purposes only. You make your own decisions, and whatever you choose to do as a result of your own thinking and choices is completely up to you, and you are responsible for that, okay? So Mars and Antares meeting together in a room spells violence to me. It smells Freudian slip there. I was going to say spells, but it smells like war. So we may be getting hints of something, or there might be a surprising event. Mars, currently in Scorpio, is squaring Jupiter in Aquarius, and Jupiter is the god of the gods. He's the father of the gods. He's associated with religion and religious institutions and spirituality. So Mars in Scorpio squaring Jupiter in Aquarius adds a sort of crusader type energy. Now we could see this playing out in things like the current court case over women's rights to, over their own bodies, around issues of abortion. I think that we will see a lot of conservative values really at the forefront and center of this debate in court right now. People will literally be crusading almost, not really caring or thinking about their actions or their words or what they want in relation to how it affects others, okay? The other way that we might see this play out is with this crusader energy. This could also be fundamentalist religion. People who are deeply entrenched in fundamentalism, literally doing violent things. Okay, so my caution to everyone this holiday season going forward from this eclipse would be to take extra care and caution around any kind of social events. Really, just, be careful. I am personally, I feel that for me and my family, we will not be attending any large gatherings because I feel that that is the right thing to do for me and for my family, and that is informed on what I do know and sense in this energy, okay? So what you do is up to you, but there is a little bit of this crusader fundamentalist kind of energy in the mix here, so you should be aware of that. The other thing, kind of going back to the extremist or fundamentalist aggression in the courts at the moment with regards to women's rights. I noticed in the charts that Ceres is also conjunct the North Node. Ceres is the goddess of motherhood. The North Node of the moon is considered a point of fate. In my personal opinion, I do think that motherhood will be emphasized at this time. There is an emphasis on women becoming mothers. There's an emphasis on sort of, I feel that being held up as a higher standard, okay? So be prepared to see a lot more of that in the media and in your everyday life, because I do feel like people will be literally crusading for that, for women to forego abortion no matter the circumstances and to become mothers instead. That is the feeling that I get based on the astrology. The other way that this is being accentuated for women is with Venus conjunct Pluto. Venus conjunct Pluto. Pluto is the god of transformation. He's the god of the underworld. He's the god of death. This spells major changes for women and women's rights. Now, this could play out in a variety of different ways. It really depends how aggressive the crusader energy is in the court. Now, if they win Venus conjunct Pluto, we will see major changes around women's rights. I do think that if they get what they want, these conservatives, if they get what they want, women will probably suffer as a result. Also accentuating this is Saturn square Uranus. Saturn is about rules and structure and time. Saturn square Uranus. Uranus is the rebel. Saturn squaring Uranus tells me that there will be more government restrictions on peaceful protests, more government restrictions on women who want to be independent and free of political tyranny, who don't want their bodies mandated, their choices mandated. So I think we will see probably more government restrictions around people who protest. I just wouldn't be surprised if, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if, for instance, the court decides to go in the conservative direction. The United States Supreme Court decides that women do not deserve the right to make choices regarding their own bodies. And we see a lot of protests as a result. And as a result of that, we see more restrictions around protesting, for instance. That's one example, okay? So The other thing that I saw, and the other thing that actually other astrologers are talking about right now, is that this eclipse actually goes right over Joe Biden's ascendant. So his ascendant is at 3 Sagittarius, and the eclipse path goes right over Joe Biden's ascendant, which is also currently conjunct the transiting South Node. So South Node of the Moon is about the past. It's also about deep karma. Okay, so if he is a good person, for instance, I don't really know how to talk about this, but I mean, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Take it with a grain of salt. With the South Node conjunct his ascendant and the solar eclipse going over his ascendant and the South Node, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of exposure of something, where he is either exposed for doing something, or there's a lot of media sort of exposing something that is happening with him. Other astrologers have pointed this out as well and have predicted that perhaps he will fall into a deeper health crisis and not be able to return to work. Okay. That is what it is. I'm not predicting anything, but what I will say is that transiting Saturn is also opposing his natal Pluto in Leo. I do think that his power will be his vitality, his life force, okay, will be challenged. And that is the best way that I can put it. Since he campaigned, when he was on the campaign trail, and then when he got voted in, I felt very, very strongly that he would not last through his presidency. That is the energy that I felt at the time, and frankly, I still do feel that. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but now I'm going to be pulling some cards, so we'll see. That's my little spiel on the solar eclipse in Sagittarius at 14 degrees. Okay. How does this eclipse affect the United States? How does this eclipse? Second house of finances. Okay. How does this eclipse affect the United States? Big transformations coming. How does this eclipse affect the United States? Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus rules money and fine things. Taurus is also an earth sign. Food. Okay. How does this eclipse affect the United States? This eclipse on December 4th, 2021. Okay. All is not lost. I think there's the potential for some great new things here, but it will affect money. How will it affect money? How will it affect money? How will this eclipse on December 4th affect money? my immediate intuition is that people are burning through their cash. People, is it people? Is it institutions? I just feel like money is just, okay. It's going to be emotional. How does this eclipse affect the United States financial situation? The markets? Let's say the markets. The United States finances. I think it'll be okay in the end. Okay. There's change. I think that people who thought that they were very secure because they planned well, they put money away. I think that many of them will not be happy about this new wealth. That's what I see. I see old money and new money. There's going to be more new money. That's the change. People who were struggling and sad will not be feeling that way much longer. I feel like things are getting better, the tides are turning, the tables are turning. I feel a strong emphasis on cryptocurrency being the way out for many people. I feel like it is going to take off. The people who were resistant to internet and technology are going to be sad that they didn't get involved sooner. They're going to be sad that they were too scared, or I don't know, thought too negatively of it. I just feel like so many people who thought that they were so secure are burning through their cash as well. I don't know. If they go with their intuition, because I do feel like a lot of them have these intuitive little insights, but they're so stubborn that they're not budging. But if they listen to their intuition, they can make little changes and make the right decision to expand, get out of their box, their old traditional box. I feel a lot of old man energy around this. This is like old bankers, older men who've just been in this industry for a long time, in the financial industry, who have very set opinions because this is the way it's been done for a long time and I'm not deviating from it. It's those kind of people who are going to be losing out on this new thing, this new almost universe. It's a new universe in a way. I think that people are going to be becoming more literate of things, internet things, the Internet of Things. I also, yeah, people are going to be expanding. They need to expand. They can't be afraid. Get out of the old, get into the new. That's what I feel. Yep, get out of the old, get into the new, and then you'll have victory, okay? I mean, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, right? So why is Taurus here? Why is Taurus here? Why is Taurus here? Why is Taurus here? I think a lot of people are going to be feeling like they've been misled. Misled by the media. Letting themselves be guided by old, stubborn, inflexible people. Choices. Why is the 10th house here? Why is the 10th house here? For the United States. Why is the 10th house here? I feel like Joe Biden's health is not in a good place. I think that there will be some kind of an announcement about that. It's going to freak people out. I feel 7 of Cups. I feel that he does have some kind of like dementia or some kind of a brain problem where it's really starting to affect him in ways that just can't be hidden anymore. Just can't. I feel like the sun is shining its light right on the problem and people are noticing. They have to do something about it and they know it. And there's going to be some kind of an announcement. Yeah, clarity is coming. He's been struggling with something for a while. And I feel like the administration has been struggling too, but they're getting like some kind of a new, there's a new perspective. The light is being shined on him for something. It might be something that he did in the past. And people are going to have a new perspective about him going forward into the future. Yeah. I really feel like his reputation will be damaged. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. His reputation is going to suffer a huge blow. This is fated though. He will need to spend more time resting, alone. They're going to try to balance out all the negative stuff with highlighting the good stuff he's done in the past, the wise decisions he's made in the past. I mean, I don't know. I could be totally wrong here, you guys. So, you know, don't quote me on this. This is all for entertainment purposes only. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I get for the United States. So I don't know if, you know, we still have a couple days here. So if there's anything that you want me to pull cards on around the eclipse, or how the eclipse is going to affect something, just type it in the comments below, and I would be happy to do that for you. And then I'll post the video. Also, I am doing private readings again, and you can go to my website. It is astroturftarot.com, and get in contact with me to book a reading if that is what you desire. So I hope that this was helpful. I'll probably do another video. I don't know if I can think of something else to pull on around the eclipse. I'll do another video, but I hope this helps. Hope it was interesting. Okay, thanks.